Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody, let's take a look again on the gold market. So in today's weekly report we have taken a bit specific look in the gold using the crude oil market and its problems that they have. And here is really very interesting situation stands. It involves not just Russia but also the United States, European Union, and we explain how in general problems on the crude oil relates to the gold, what impact could be. Also, we have brought you a few political issues and add some few charts to just complete the overall economical picture that we mostly have discussed yesterday in the Forex report, which is actually makes the similar impact on the gold market. Absolutely the same driving factors stand there, but also have brought few charts additionally, mostly of the stock market, that just complete this picture. So on the technical side, gold has completed important monthly target, which is 1670. It completes monthly OP, and 1660, 1680, as we said, is a really very strong monthly support. So this level also has been touched. So last week when the market has dropped to the 1652 lows, it was seemed that, well, monthly chart probably is broken and it's really very strong performance. So, but now if you take a look at the monthly chart, you will see that you even won't able to recognize the spike to the 1652. So it's so small in relation to the monthly picture. That's why currently, of course, we can't speak about the breakout of the major level. At the same time, if you remember, initially we talked about 1650 as some kind of the barrier that should hold the downside performance. We accept some fluctuation around it, rising volatility around it based on the impact of the fundamental factors, rate policy from the Fed. But we suggest that this level should hold. Currently, it is very difficult to predict how market responds to the driving factors that we have. This level currently holds, so we see that market is bounced up, standing currently 1674. But rate cycle is, well, actually stands far from the over yet. Fed is just starting the rising rates, and currently investors expect more and more rate hiking from the Fed, and it's very difficult to predict what will become stronger and whether gold will be able to hold this impact, because we have too many driving factors on the gold market, and all of them are non-technical. It's mostly fundamental, political, that, well, hardly could be predicted in general. And it's very difficult to make the forecast whether the 1650 level will hold or the market could spike it down to reach some lower standing levels. But at the current moment, you could see that market stands currently at the level that we have specified. And since this is long-term chart, I mean the monthly targets, monthly patterns that we have, and market just has touched them, it needs time to prepare the response, to form some patterns, to show us respect of this level. And currently we have actually no choice but to stay focused on some intraday performance until market will be forming the larger scale response, larger scale patterns, maybe on the higher time frames. So on the daily chart, you could see that market has completed downside butterfly target, almost completed. So 1652, lows was 1646, and it's accompanied with daily oversold. Next target stands around 16 even, and I would say that on the weekly chart, actually downside targets also, next downside targets stands around 16 even. But you could see that it stands beyond the daily oversold, so on this week we are not considering them. And also market is just touched the 1670, so we need to see what will happen around it. If response will start forming, we consider two actually levels here, 1713 approximately the first level. Next one is a confidence around 1740, 1750, which is accompanied with the daily overbought. In the next week, hardly market will break it up, and we could say that this probably should become the sale if even more or less aggressive pullback starts here. In general, to change the shape of the downside action, market has to form something reversal. So usually this is pattern forming the bullish reversal swing. So if market will break it up and reverse this recent downside swing to the upside, that might be something that could let us to think that maybe market is preparing to show some more significant pullback, or even preparing for changing of the trend. If we speak about the monthly chart, there of course the patterns might be even greater. So for instance, on the daily chart, it's some large head and shoulders has to be formed to let us, well, makes think about the possible reversal on the monthly chart as well. That's what approximately we intend to keep an eye on daily chart. But as I said, meantime, as market hasn't formed yet anything, just because it's too few time has passed since the moment when the market is completed the target. All that we could do just to stay focused on some intraday charts. So for example, on the 4 time frame chart, as we mentioned it on Friday, we have not bad thrust. Also local ABCD pattern is completed, and here we could consider, for example, bread body sell. So if somehow market reached the 1685 next week, that might be the bread body that suggests the downside retracement, at least the 618 level. So that's the first pattern we could consider. If, for instance, market will not reach the level and turns down earlier, in this case, this might be the double repo buy, because double repo suggests that between the bottoms, market should not touch any major fib levels. So these two patterns we will keep an eye on in the beginning of the week, and then we will see what will happen next. On the hourly chart, you could see that upside ABCD is done already, so here's market completed the XOP, but at the same time, upward bound stands rather strong. And for example, if gold will form the butterfly here and complete it around 1685, that might be a really great pattern that could trigger the bread body on a daily, because it simultaneously completes the target, touches the fib level on the 4 time frame chart, and working like as bearish reversal pattern, which is a butterfly itself. Later, this butterfly even could turn to the head and shoulders. Very often happens. I think that we could start with this scenario on Monday, and then we will see what will happen next.